I've always enjoyed the words that the Apostle Paul spoke, or he wrote in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 21, where he said, "Glory in the church." And truth is, I love the church. I really do. I love the church. I love being a part of the church. Love pastoring the congregation that God has given me to pastor. And my wife Tammy and I, we just love on our congregation. And it's just a joyous thing to be part of the church. It's a joyous thing to be part of a family of believers in the church. And I think about the things that happened, the 16th chapter of Matthew, where the disciples were questioning about things. And then Jesus said, "Who do people say that I am?" And different ones spoke up. And then finally, Simon Peter, Petrus, the rock, he says, "Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God." And Jesus said to him, he says, "Flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you, but my Father is in heaven. And upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against my church." That's the church. Now, the truly remarkable thing about this is that Scripture tells us that we are the church. You and me, we are the church, the believers. We are the church. The church dwells in us. It lives in us. We live out the acts of the church. To say that the book of Acts hasn't concluded. It's not done yet. The church is still acting. We're still doing things. We're still going forth. The church is alive. It very much is alive. But now, when I think about the church and the work of the church, I see it in two different facets. One is the work of building up the believer, renewing our faith, growing in our ability to believe and to do the things that God has called us to do to better one another and to grow the church in the aspect that we're growing stronger in our faith, we're growing stronger in our works, we're doing things that affect people. But then the second part of that is the work of the commission that Jesus told us to go into the world, preach the gospel, win the lost. And so, as I see these different facets of the church, and I began to just take a closer look as to how the church works, how it functions, well, I thought we'd spend some time on the broadcast this week just talking about the church and the first aspect of it, doing the work of the ministry. And the next week we'll take on the second part of the Great Commission. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.